Yoko Ono, Lennon and Universal Music Group have announced the upcoming release of John Lennon's most celebrated solo album, 1971's Imagine, in a variety of newly remixed and remastered Ultimate Collection editions. Releasing only 4 days before what would have been the 78th birthday of Lennon, the Imagine Ultimate Collection sets will be available on October 5th, 2018 worldwide. The original recordings of Lennon's album were previously remastered in 2010 as part of the John Lennon Gimme Some Truth Collection remasters. However, 8 years on, Yoko Ono, Lennon and Universal Music promise we can now explore and enjoy the Imagine album and the 1971 Ascot Sound Studios and Record Plant sessions like you've never seen or heard them before, in a deep listening experience encompassing 135 brand new ways of listening across 5 all-new mixes, remixes and remasters, and a brand new Evolution documentary. In this video, I plan to go over all of the various editions of the Imagine Ultimate Collection, including CD and vinyl, as well as detail the numerous new mixes that will be featured on the sets and their respective bonus content. As you can imagine, no pun intended, given the complexity and number of editions for a release like this, there is a whole ton of detailed and slightly confusing information available on these sets, but I will attempt to abbreviate everything you need to know into one quick and concise rundown. On your screen is a list of topics I will be covering in this video. If you'd like to jump ahead to any given section, please feel free. Otherwise, you are of course welcome to stick it with me for the entire video. Before we delve into the product details, to make everything a little less complicated and easier to follow, we need to take a look at the various new mixes, remixes, and remasters of John Lennon's Imagine that will be available across the numerous editions. Firstly, the collection's press release describes the project as a deep listening experience of the Imagine album and the 1971 Ascot Sound Studios and Record Plant sessions. Experience the journey of creation, conversation and revelation, rehearsing, evolving and resolving, elements, arrangements and outtakes. From the center of the studio, live and raw, to brand new ultimate masters in 5.1 and stereo. All faithfully remixed in high definition 24:96 audio using all the original first generation multi-track tapes. Firstly, we of course have the ultimate mixes as described in the press release. These are faithfully remixed from the ground up by triple Grammy Award winning engineer Paul Hicks at Abbey Road Studios under the supervision of Yoko Ono, Lennon, using high definition 24:96 audio transfers of the original first generation multi-track recording. These ultimate mixes reveal whole new levels of sonic depth, definition and clarity, especially in 5.1 surround sound. Next up we have the Elements mixes. As described in the press release, the Elements mixes use a few simple elements from the multi-track recordings that reveal even deeper levels of detail and clarity in the sources used for the master mixes that were buried or monoed, now opened up and presented on a wider, clearer and brighter sound stage. Something I'm particularly excited to have a listen to is the Quadrasonic mixes. As described in the press release, this is the original 4-speaker Spectre Lennon Ono mix of the Imagine album in Quadrasonic sound, and is remastered for the first time in nearly 50 years. And finally, we are presented with the raw studio mixes. As described in the press release, these offer us a chance to experience in immersive surround sound the moment John and the Plastic Ono band record each song raw and live from a sonic soundstage at the center of Ascot Sound Studios at John and Yoko's home in Tittenhurst. Rob Stevens, the mixer of this particular mix, calls the 5.1 mixes unconventional, and further adds that the raw studio mixes place the listener smack dab in the middle of the room, surrounded by the musicians where the tracking is taking place, rather than the semicircle amphitheater mode, with the players spread out in front and the ambience generally placed to the side and behind the listener. Once again, before we move on, it's worth mentioning the special bonuses that will be included in these releases. Most notably, the set will present the Evolution documentary, the story of each song on a journey from demo to master via instructions, rehearsals, recordings, multi-track exploration, and studio chat. This audio documentary will also be available in visual form on one of the edition's Blu-ray discs as a unique track-by-track audio montage. The Evolution documentary will present the tracks in a 5th and final new mix, which do not have the same sound as the final version released in 1971. With minimal audio processing applied, the sound is sparse and raw. Any echo or effects that are heard were recorded onto spare tracks on the multi-track tapes during the sessions, and so are exactly what the musicians would have heard in their headphones on the day of recording. Additionally, the deep listening experience will also include scores of previously unheard demos, rare outtakes, and isolated track elements. These are described as stereo outtakes from the album and singles sessions, faithfully mixed in a style similar to the originals. Also included is Imagine John and Yoko, the Elliot Mintz interviews, a tribute by DJ and family friend Elliot Mintz, featuring revealing, philosophical, honest, and humorous interviews with John and Yoko, where Elliot introduces a selection of highlights from their revealing interviews together around the subject of Imagine. Finally, the set will feature 2 Easter eggs. No word on where or how to find these, but I'm sure they'll be easy enough to uncover. Now finally we get on to the releases. Once again, the Imagine Ultimate Collection sets will be available on October 5th, 2018 worldwide in a variety of editions. The Imagine Ultimate Collection will be available as a single disc edition in a dual case with a 20-page booklet. This disc will include the ultimate mixes of the Imagine album, as well as 6 singles and extras across 26 tracks. A 2-CD deluxe edition will also be available in digipack packaging with a 20-page booklet. This edition will add a second disc, including the Elements mixes, as well as album and singles outtakes across 40 tracks. The big mother of them all, though, is the Super Deluxe Edition, which comes in a beautiful oversized box set with a 120-page book and features a total of 135 tracks across 6 discs. If you order this set directly through the Universal Music You Discover Music store, you will also get a bonus exclusive theatrical poster for John and Yoko's 1972 concept film Imagine the Film. In addition to the 2 previous discs, the Super Deluxe Edition adds a 3rd disc including the raw studio mixes with extended album versions and outtakes live at Ascot Sound Studios across 25 tracks, a 4th disc including the Evolution documentary across 10 tracks, a 5th disc, a Blu-ray including high-definition audio of the ultimate mixes of the album including singles and extras, the Quadrasonic mixes, and the outtakes all across 42 tracks. And a 6th disc, a second Blu-ray, including high-definition audio of the raw studio mixes, the Elements mixes, the Elliot Mintz interviews, and a visual version of the Evolution documentary, all across 47 tracks. Additionally, the Ultimate Collection will be available as a 180-gram double vinyl LP set with a poster, 2 postcards, and featuring the new stereo album mix and album outtakes. The set will also be available as a clear vinyl limited edition variant, available exclusive to the You Discover Music store. The You Discover Music store will also offer an exclusive Ultimate Collection audio bundle, which includes the Super Deluxe Edition box set with 6 discs and 120-page book, the limited edition clear vinyl, and exclusive poster, postcards, and inners, as well as an exclusive Ultimate Collection fan bundle, including all of the above, plus Imagine the Film theatrical poster, and either the Blu-ray or DVD release of the new remaster of John Lennon and Yoko Ono's 1972 Imagine film and 2000 documentary Gimme Some Truth, the making of John Lennon's Imagine album. It's also worth mentioning that this Blu-ray and DVD will also be released individually on October 5th, 2018. I've discussed this in depth in an additional video, which you can view via the hyperlink at the end of this video. So, with that all said and done, this is quite clearly one of the most incredible releases of Lennon's work I think I have ever seen. Sure, we'll see some complaining that Lennon's work has been remastered and re-released again for the umpteenth time, but I personally welcome this release, and I'm sure most Lennon fans and music enthusiasts alike will too. Lennon's Imagine is both my and my father's favourite song of all time, and the album, along with Mind Games and Double Fantasy, is our favourite of his albums. There's something so sweet, touching and tender about Lennon's music. The call for a brighter existence and a more prosperous future that is evident in so much of his work. The chance to experience his artistry in such an intimate fashion is something we simply cannot pass up, and something I cannot wait to experience with my father, who introduced me to Lennon before before I could even speak. This is what Lennon's music is all about. For us, the complete fan bundle seems to be the only way to go. We could have easily passed on the vinyl release, but at only 100 Great British Pound or $130 US plus shipping, this entire bundle comes in at almost cheaper than what Amazon are offering the Super Deluxe Edition and Blu-ray film for if purchased individually. Again, this bundle is a no-brainer. Of course, due to the demand of Lennon paraphernalia and collector's sets, the higher-end editions and bundles will likely sell out on pre-order fairly quickly, so make sure to get your orders in before you miss out. I know we will be. Don't forget to let me know your personal thoughts on the new editions, as well as which version you'll be opting for down in the comments below. For the complete detailed information on these sets, and let me tell you, there is a whole bundle of it, make sure to visit www.imaginejohnyoko.com. If this is your first time viewing one of my videos, you like what you've seen, you'd like to see more like this in the future, then please don't forget to hit that big old subscribe button up on your screen right now, and also hit that like button down below if you're feeling extra generous. Also, don't forget to check out my many social media accounts, and please consider supporting me over on Patreon. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day.